In this video, we will discuss about abstract modifiers in Java. In last video, we already discussed about static and final. This video, we will be discuss about abstract modifiers in Java. See, static, final, abstract. This all are belongs to the non-axis modifiers. Okay. So let me check where we can able to apply abstract modifiers. So modifiers we can able to apply for methods as well as classes. So if we apply any abstract keyword or modifier to the methods means what is that meaning means not implemented properly means the method contains no functional code or has no body means that method doesn't has a body means not properly implemented. Same like abstract class must be inherited and cannot be instantiated. Inherited means we can able to do subclass but cannot be instantiated means we can't able to create objects. Okay, let me do these things in practical, then you will be get clear idea. Okay, then I will be open Eclipse. Already I have class B. Say for example, normal generally I will be take one class C. Class A, class A contains a number of properties, right? Like methods, variables, constructor, black something. Okay, now I have a one method, say public void m1. These are my method inside class A. Okay, what we can say this thing we can say as a non-static method. Okay, or else non-abstract method, because we not applied any abstract modifier here, we can say as a non-abstract methods. Okay, how we, and one more thing what we can say, this method contain properly body. See here, this is under body means properly implemented. See, method contains body properly implemented. Now I will be create one more method. So let me tell what is that method. Public void m2. So my intention is this method that does not implemented or does not contain any body. See, like this I will be do. So if I mention like this means what is this meaning? You have a method m2. This m2 method this m2 method does not contains any body, any body or not implemented properly. At the time what we need to do, if anything not implemented properly means we need to mention as a that thing as a abstract, either it is class level or whether it is a method level, right? Now it is we are discussing about methods, right? Immediately I will be change this to the abstract. So now I now applied abstract modifiers to the method. So what is this meaning? This is a one abstract method. Abstract method means what is that? That is a one method, that method not properly implemented, or that method does not contains any body. Let me conclude with with a diagrammatic. So we have two methods we created as of now. Let me think. This is the one method, and one more method is this thing, m1 m2. So now I will be tell m1. m1 is a m1 is a one non-static method, or m1 is a one non-static method or non-abstract method. It is properly implemented. How I am telling it is properly implemented? Let me do one thing. It has a body. See, it has a body. Curly braces means it has a body. See, it is a body. It has a body, so it is properly implemented. So same like that I will be conclude with m2. So m2 is a one abstract method. m2 is a one abstract method. How you are telling this is abstract method? Let me do one thing. So here check m2. Here we ended with a semicolon. Like this we ended, right? Semicolon we ended. Semicolon we ended. Ended means what is this? This is the one. m2 is a one method, but this method does not contains, this method does not contains any body. Am I right or wrong? See, this method does not contain, if curly braces is there means it contains some body. If curly braces is itself it is not there means it is not containing any body. So I can conclude as a m2 is a one abstract method, because we already applied one abstract modifier also. See here, we already applied abstract modifier. Abstract means what is that? It is properly not implemented. Simply abstract means not properly implemented. So we can apply abstract modifier also. So m2 is a one abstract method. M2 does not contains any body, or m2 is not properly implemented. We have some condition. If any class contains abstract method, then that class must be abstract class. You got it right? If any class contain abstract method, even single abstract method, that class must be a abstract class. Okay, so now immediately I got some compilation errors, right? Why? Because this class contain one abstract method. So mandatory we need to apply this class to a abstract class. How we can able to apply? So we need to use abstract modifier or abstract keyword. See, like this abstract. So finally I will conclude as a I have one abstract class. That abstract class contains a number of non-static or non-abstract methods along with abstract methods. So if I remove this thing also means in our abstract class, it may or may not contains abstract methods. See, like this also possible. Abstract class doesn't contains anything also possible. See, these are one abstract class. Simply this is the abstract class. It will contain methods or not. That is not a mandate. Okay, If it is contains, if any class contains abstract method means immediately that class we need to change as a abstract class, because that is that class itself not properly implemented. That is that meaning. Abstract method means what? Not properly implemented method. Abstract class means not properly implemented class. These two things is clear, right? Up to now these two things is clear, right? now Now what is the use of this abstract method and abstract classes, right? So whenever you need to use abstract methods, you need to properly implement it in child classes. That point only here they're telling, right? See, that point only here they're telling, if you want to use properly abstract methods or abstract classes, so you must inherit means what is the meaning? Inheritance is the relationship, child parent child relationship, okay? So we need to inherit in subclasses, then we can able to use that methods and all, okay? So we cannot able to instantiate means what is that meaning? We cannot able to create objects. So let me do these things. Inheritance I will be do. So how we can able to do? By using actions keyword we can able to match the relationship, parent child relationship. Now what I did means, B is a one child class, A is a one parent class. I did with the parent child relationship. Okay. Now A class properties, everything will come under B class. So here it is telling one mandatory thing. We need to override because it is the not properly implemented. We need to implement it in child class, then only we can able to use. So how we can able to do? We need to override concept. We need to do here. Okay. Public void M2. So same like method name and parameters. I will be do override here, then I will be write my own logic in child class. So now I can able to properly override. How you can tell whether you properly override or not? Use override annotation also, not mandatory. So let me conclude what I did. So now what I did means, first step we need to inherit. First step we need to do this thing. We need to do inherit, because abstract class must be inherit in subclasses. Then only we can able to use that methods or whatever. Okay. So first step we already concluded. Inherited we already did. Next step what we need to do is, if you inherit means you must override abstract methods. You must override abstract methods, okay? For example, if A class contains three abstract methods means you must override that three abstract methods in child class. If you fail to do that things means that in child class also must be a abstract class, okay? I will be conclude that point also. For example, if A class contains three abstract methods, but in child class you override only two methods, you not override one method, right? Then this class also you need to change as a abstract class. You need to use abstract modifier here also, okay? I not discussed deeply abstractions here, because we already discussed, right, abstract classes. And so I not discuss here. Our main intention is abstract modifier we need to discuss, right? Okay, let me conclude. So now I override. So this point I will conclude, right? We cannot instantiate means, for what we cannot able instantiate. Instantiate means, instantiated means we cannot able to create object for the abstract classes. See here, A is the one abstract class, right? Now I'm trying to creating object for that. So immediately check what kind of errors you will be get. Cannot instantiate type A. Type A means A is what? A is an abstract class. The point is conclusion, right? Clear, right? A is abstract class. For abstract classes we can't able to create objects. Why you not able to creating objects? Because if you able to create objects means, here we have some unimplemented methods. If you call means that method, what that method will be perform? It won't perform, because that method does not contains any body. So for that purpose, what they have some restriction. If any class has a abstract, if a class is a abstract class means we can't able to create objects for that. If you allow to create objects means, in that class maybe contains abstract methods, how you can able to call and what that method will be performed. So for that reason they restricted, we can't able to create objects for the abstract class. Up to now you have any doubt means let me know in comment section, okay? So then alternative way is, what is alternative way? We already have a child class. Using child class we can able to create abstract, we can able to create objects. Then with the help of object reference we can call to our methods. See, like this. Now I override m2 method. So m2 method I will call. So at the time what will happen? Now I created object for the child class, object for the child class, but reference will be a class only. Now with help of that reference I am calling to the m2 method. Immediately it will be come and check in child class whether we are override or not. We are properly overridden. Yes, we are properly overridden. So immediately it will be called child class method. It will be give certain results, okay? Or it will be print certain messages in that method, okay? Of the scenario it will be called child class method. It won't call this parent class methods, okay? Up to now you are clear, right? Why we are using abstract modifiers? See, abstract modifier, two things is abstract modifiers. Where we applied abstract modifiers, methods and classes. We can't able to apply for variables. Let me, I will be clear that one also. First I will be run this output, run as Java RPM. See, we got some message, whatever we print here. So I told, right, we can't able to apply for variables. For example, say int I is equal to 10. So now I'm trying to apply for abstract modifiers. We can't able to apply. See, immediately it will be through compilation. I remove invalid modifiers. This is the invalid modifiers. See, up to now you clear or not? Why we are using abstract modifiers? Abstract modifiers. Class level we use it. Same like method level we are used. So whenever you use it, means there is a how you can able to use, means we need to use using inheritance concept. We need to apply parent child relationship, then we need to properly override. We can't able to create objects for the abstract classes. Okay, we can able to create abstract for child class with that child class reference. With help of that reference we can call methods. Up to now you clear it. Now I will be tell one more point also here. So final, so these some illegal combinations is there, final along with abstract. So final where we can able to use this modifier, we can use for variables, methods, classes. We can check here methods and classes, because abstract also used for methods and classes, right? We can use for methods and classes. So for example, let me check what is this method. If I apply finality methods cannot be overridden, if I apply finality the classes cannot be inherited. Let me conclude these things with an example. So I have created one more class. For example, say I have class x. I have class x. So let me do this. Has a one method, public void m1. So it is contain method with body. So I have one more method that does not contain any method, means not a body. So two methods I have. One is a normal method, one is a normal method, one is abstract method. If our class contains any abstract methods, means immediately our class must be a abstract class. See, everything is clear up to now. Everything is clear up to now. Then what I will be do is I will be do how I can able to use this class or methods everything. So I will be inheriting child class. Then I can able to create child class object. Then I can able to use it. So here some illegal combination is there. So for example, these are non-static method. First non-static methods you can happily apply for final modifier, but you can't able to apply for this abstract method. See, immediately this is one illegal combination. See, what is the final when we apply to methods, means we cannot able to override it. You cannot able to override in child classes, means how you can able to use this abstract methods. That is the meaning. Okay, so these are one illegal combination. See, abstract method m2 in type x can only set visibility modifier only public protected only allow, means that thing is the one modifier, right? So abstract we can't able to apply, means sorry, means final we can't able to apply for the abstract method. Same like that in class level also we can't able to apply, because if we apply class level, means what is the meaning? Cannot be inherited. We cannot be inherited means what is the use of we creating abstract classes? See, we cannot. This is also one illegal combination. See, class x can be either abstract or final, not both. See, both is illegal combination, so we need to remove this thing. So why we are using abstract classes? We need to properly implement in child class. For that purpose only, right, we are creating abstract class or methods. See, in child class we are properly implementing what are the unimplemented methods is there in abstract classes. We properly implemented, then only we can able to use while using object of child class. See, I create object for the child class. So with the help of object reference I can able to call z dot m2. Here you observe, now I have final. Now I have final. I am trying to override. I already told, right, whenever we use final means we can't able to override. See, we can't able to override m1. So no problem. See, no problem, we can't able to override m1, right? So at the time what happened, this is the non-static method. So in that abstract class itself we can write our own logic itself, or write our own logic. So finally means we are restricting to the override. Okay, up to now you are clear, right? We are discussing about abstract classes. Up to now you are clear, right? What are the things we discussed? Okay, see, abstract. So we can abstract where we can able to apply abstract modifier. Class level we can able to apply, methods level we can able to apply. Okay, so if we apply method level means where we can able to implement that things we can able to implement in the child class using override concept. We can able to implement in child class. How we can able to achieve that things? Using inheritance. Okay, inheritance we can be able to achieve. We did that already. Is a relationship we did. See, is a relationship we did. Then we properly override in child classes. We created object for the child class only, not parent class. See, we cannot able to, you remember this point, cannot able to instantiate it, means object classes we can't able to create objects. With the help of child class reference we are calling this method override methods. Up to now abstract modifiers. You have any doubt means let me know in comment section. Okay, if you like our video means click on like button and subscribe our channel for getting latest videos. So I will be showing notes for your reference. See, abstract.